And good morning, world. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 25th of July 2013, and it is real out there. There's so much going on that I truly don't know where to start. Where do you start? Well, as I speak, the Mercury retrograde is over, but Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow, which means it is still in the same area that it has been in over the last 4 to 6 weeks, and this will not clear until the last day of July. As I speak, the moon is now in early Pisces. It is actually just past conjunction to Neptune and opposition to Venus, and in the next hour or two it will conjunct Chiron. No big deal, except when viewed in the bigger context, because in 4 or 5 days' time from now, the moon will pass into early Taurus and the six-pointed star, the hexagram, the hexagon, call it what you like, will be in place in a girdle around the Earth. But let's not mistake what else is going on. This is not just about sweetness and light and opportunity and all the other wonderful things that no doubt the essentialists and the channelers and the ascended masters will tell you. This is not like that. This is bloody hard work. Not only have we got the six-pointed star, which is in truth an extremely auspicious aspect, and it does contain in it the energies of both challenge and opportunity, which means that actually, yes, something very positive could come out of this, but it needs a trigger. And at the time of this configuration, basically now, but especially over the coming 5 days, during the 29th itself, there will be a T-square of the Sun at the point of a T-square to a Moon-Saturn opposition. This means that the Moon and Saturn will be opposed to each other in the sky at 90 degrees to the Sun. And bigger than all of this, starting a couple of 3 or 4 days ago, now for the next 4 or 5 days, we have the big one, Mars opposite Pluto and square Uranus. And this will run now until the start of August. Mars opposite Pluto square Uranus, I cannot think of a more warlike, vitriolic, angry aspect, especially with Mars in Cancer, nor can I think of an aspect more perhaps representative of some type of surgical strike. And there is the potential for an equally negative degree of energy to come in at this time in a way that is so eliminative, so ruthless, so nasty, that we cannot drop our shields. On the one hand, there's some real beasts out there. There's monsters out there, and this is not a practice or drill. This is the real thing. People are going through all types of power struggles with themselves, with others, with their community, whether it's professional or social or with the world. At the global level, there's more of a degree of discontent in the world now, despite the televisions, the cars, the iPads, than there's ever been. And that's because individuals feel powerless, indoctrinated by materials into settling for far less than they can achieve. Or at least there's a dim, foggy awareness of this somewhere underneath the Coca-Cola. I'd be surprised if we get through the next 4 or 5 days without something absolutely pivotal happening. I'm going to look a right idiot in a couple of weeks' time if nothing's happened, but hey, I'm an astrologer, what do I care? Seriously, folks, you cannot afford to let your shields down, especially if you've been hammered in the last 4 or 5 years by sort of behind-the-scenes background power struggles with manipulation and underhand tactics. Then yeah, there's problems. Alternatively, if you can ride above this, if you can keep your shields up and make them permeable, flexible, rubber and elastic instead of concrete and steel, then there is some beautiful energy out there as well. If you can each individually choose to be selective of what you take on and what you don't, then the quality available over the coming week, I've never seen nothing like it. Never. Time of our lives, folks. You remember this one for a long time. Enjoy the ride.